Hey guys, be sure to like me on Facebook and follow me on Instagram for extra content you won't see here. Click the links in the description below. Hey, what's up guys? Era94 back one last time in 2018. Gonna finish it off with a bang here. Bringing you the SH Figuarts Bandai Tamashii Nations Hulkbuster Mark II web exclusive figure to wrap up 2018. Coming in this glorious box you can see here. It's a nice shimmery foil type box, nice and shiny. Here's the side, Hulkbuster Mark II, Avengers Infinity War. Again guys, you guys can pick this up at bigbadtoystore.com. I put a link down below in the description in case you guys were interested in picking up this figure. Here's the backside showing the features of the lights in all its glory and just some Japanese wording down the bottom. The other side is just Hulkbuster Mark II lettering. Alright, and here we have the Hulkbuster Mark II out of the box. This is the suit that appeared in Avengers Infinity War, of course, if you don't know by now. And if you haven't seen the movie by now, then you're living on the rock, because it's been out for a while and everyone's seen it at least 3 times each. So a little spoiler alert in case you guys haven't seen the movie. Here it is. But anyways, okay, so we do know that Bruce Banner is the one that is in the Hulkbuster Mark II armor. It isn't even Tony Stark. He uses this because he cannot transform into the Hulk because the Hulk is too scared of Thanos after he gets a whooping in the beginning of the movie. So there's a little recap for you guys in case you don't remember that. But here is the figure. I like it. It's pretty nice. First impressions, comparing it to my first impressions when I first opened the Mark I Hulkbuster, it's not the same. I was more excited when I saw that one, when I opened that figure up. Maybe because we already have the Mark I, this isn't as exciting as, you know, as it was before. But it's still very exciting to me because I am a pretty big Iron Man fan, and this is awesome. I had to get the Mark II. Very pricey again. It actually went up a little bit. This one actually costs more than the Mark I. And maybe it's due to inflation, I don't know, but it is significantly higher than the first mark of the Hulkbuster suit, and it is also a web exclusive. They were both web exclusive figures. So what you see here is what you get. You don't get any other accessories. That was another thing that the Mark I did have as well. It didn't have anything. It just came with the figure itself, and that's all. For the price that we are paying, we should have gotten a little bit more with this. Something extra, maybe a unmasked head with Bruce Banner in it, or something extra would be nice for the whopping price tag that this guy goes for. Depending on where you buy him from, he'll range from $350 to $450. Hopefully not more than that, but still, that's a pretty high price. So I just feel like we should have gotten something, maybe a blast effect, a repulsor effect would be sweet. Just a little add-on to give us for the extra you know, amount of money that we're dropping on this guy. So no accessories to show. He does come with this little tool here to assist you in unhooking or unlocking some of the compartments on this figure where the light switches are located. So we have a mixture of plastic and die cast once again, just like the first Mark I. I do feel like maybe the Mark I had a little bit more die cast, but I don't know, it could be me going crazy. It still feels just as heavy as the Mark I. You can see the detail is beautiful. The paint is beautiful. You can see the gloss of that hot rod red looking nice. The silver and gold are painted. Everything's pretty well painted. Not any surprises there. I have full confidence in Bandai Tamashii to paint their figures well, especially an expensive figure like this. It better come out perfect. So we're going to start with the head, of course. It's going to swivel left and right. It's going to be at the angle, so, but you can angle it down and have him look a little bit more straight. Once you do aim it down like that, it's a little more difficult to turn it. You can see it click there, but you can still pose it around. It's limited, but for a Hulkbuster, I think it's got some good range. It's not going to look up. That's not going to happen. Looking down will happen somewhat there. The head will pop off. You can see how that works. There is a neck system here where it will move forward and back. Quite squeaky too. and that's just gonna pop right back in. The arms are gonna move forward as so, and I just realized here, oh, alright, so as you saw, the shoulder piece did pop off. It's on a ball joint here, but it's not hinged or anything, so it can just move around on the ball joint, but if you move it around too much, it's gonna pop off. So moving the arm, if you tuck it underneath this shoulder piece here, it's not gonna pop off, and the arm can still articulate forward. Moving it back down, we can get the arm to move outwards as so. And you can see it's not totally straight out, but you can get some movement, and it does hold its own weight, which is cool. We do get a shoulder type socket, almost like a butterfly joint here. Let's turn it around. You can see that going like that. And then going to the shoulders, there is a bicep swivel. The arms will bend at a good 90-degree angle here. Taking a look from the other side, you can see how they continue the scope underneath. That kind of tucks in. On top of the butterfly joint, the arms will also pop out like this. So it pops in and pops out. You can extend it so you can have more range of movement when you're moving it forward and back. This piece is also on a hinge here. Does flip, and then you can see how that will move around too. Goes for both sides. So there is a lot of things applied here to prevent hindering as much as possible. Going to the hand here, we get the wrist swiveling 360 degrees. It kind of pops in and out here, so I can kind of pull it out. You can see there, and then you can pull it or push it back down, and that swivels around. Good range on the hand, if you ask me. I do notice there is no light up feature for the palm of the hand where the repulsor comes out of, which is pretty weird, but they did not add it onto the hands, unfortunately there. And of course, like I mentioned earlier, the fingers are all fully articulated, so that leaves us with no need of having alternate hands included, because you can pose these things into a fist if you want, into a pointing finger. Well, the fingers do pop off their own ball joints, but into a pointing finger, a thumbs up, whatever you want to pose the hands, even a middle finger, you can do so. So that's cool. Have it spread out into a repulsor blast. This joint here helps that to be possible, and you can get him to shoot out a repulsor like that. Looking at the torso here, it looks like we don't get a diaphragm joint, but we do get a lower abdominal area crunch. Not too much, but there's something there. And then we do get a swivel. Alright, so I almost thought like I was gonna break it, but they actually gave him some super heavy duty joints here. It's all made of metal inside there, so it does drop down. It takes some force to pull that leg down. It literally sounds and feels like you're gonna break the figure, but it's not plastic, it's all metal, so it's really tight and really hard, so it holds the poses and the weight of the figure. So now I can pose the leg going forward, and this is about as far as it's gonna go here, which is okay. It's a big bulky armor. I don't think he's gonna be doing any splits anytime soon. But we can get the leg going forward, and I can get the thighs. You can see how the thigh kind of bends its own. It's like a little hinge in there. You can't really see it in the video, but I can see it. There is a hinge on the thigh where you can swivel it. In and out won't be too far again. So about this far open, you can spread the legs, but they do drop down so you can allow him to kick forward and back, swivel, and all that good stuff. Maybe there you can see the metal leg joints he's got in there. It's pretty much the same exact system they use on their regular figures with the plastic, but just all metal. The legs will bend about this far. Obviously, we're not going to get a full double jointed knee here, but I like this system here. You can see how the thigh piece will come down with it. You see that? Everything just kind of works together, so that's pretty neat. His ankles also do have some metal joints in here, so they're very tight and they can hold the weight, of course. The front flap will hinge forward and back like this, and then you can move the ankle forward and back. We'll get a slight pivot here. You can see there's a toe hinge and a swivel on the ankle. I do want to say I wish they made this groin piece die cast or metal. It's made of plastic, and it scares me because I feel like it can possibly snap. When moving around the legs, this piece right here will kind of come apart and come down. That goes for both sides, so it just feels a little cheap on that piece here. This is obviously plastic here, and then this is metal, and this is metal. So the mixture of it, you know, I just feel like this might snap one day. I don't know, if you're too rough with it, I guess just be extra careful with the legs. Alright, so from my understanding, all the batteries are already pre-installed, so let's check this out. Alright, first one on the header, and I have to snap the head off. We see the little plastic piece here. Then we get the switch down below. That will turn on the light, and there are the eyes. Alright, next up we have the chest piece right here. So you can't get this with your thumbs, you can't fit your thumbs in there, so this is where the tool comes into play. You just kind of tuck it in underneath, and then you pull out as so, hopefully. There you go. So that comes off, and then we get another piece of plastic here covering the battery. Pull that out, and then there's the switch right here. That lights up the arc reactor in the side lights, or reactors, or however you may want to call that. So let's stick this back on, and then move on to the next one. Next up, we got his back here, and this one's located right underneath this big reactor here. Just pull this piece, very simple. Here's the plastic film. Pull that out, and then the switch is right below. That lights up the back piece. Going down to his legs here, right here, this entire piece will come right off, as so. We get the plastic piece, the switch right here, and that will light up the side lights on the leg. Same thing for the other leg. Pull that right off, pull the plastic piece, switch. Let's run through it real quick. We got the eyes, we got the chest, we got the side of the rib cage, I guess you can say. The calves will light up, and then the back right here lights up. Alright, and here's the comparison we've all been waiting for. This is the SH Figuarts / Chogokin Mark 1 Hulkbuster right here from Age of Ultron on the right side, of course, and then the Infinity War Mark 2 is on the left. They're about the same height, to be completely honest. I can't really tell a difference here in height, but the big difference is the design of the armor, of course, changed drastically, and the colors. So yeah, it's red and gold, same colors and silver and all that, but the tone, it's a lot more darker on the Mark II. It's just how they did it in the movie, so that's how it looks in the figure. So that's accurate, but I like the a little more vibrant, more brighter red here. Overall, if I had to pick a design, I like this design more. The Mark 1 is just, I don't know, I like it better. In terms of the lights, this one came with the light up eyes, the light up chest, and then the light up legs right here. That's it. So technically this one comes with one extra light if you don't count these rib lights here, and especially if you do count these, then yeah, he does have plenty more lights than this one came with. Alright, and here's the Hulk next to the Hulkbuster. Very nice scale, I think. I think this is pretty good. Here he is next to the SH Figuarts Thanos. Next to a Mezco Iron Man. There's how he scales. Your standard SH Figuarts Iron Man figure. This is a Mark III just in stealth mode, and you see how much bigger the Hulkbuster just towers over him. But there you have it. Just to put in the Mezco once again, I think the Mezco, yeah, it does stand taller. So it might be a little out of scale for Mezco guys. But for Figuarts, definitely in scale. And for the heck of it, Marvel Legends, this is how they scale next to Hulkbuster. 2018 was a great year. Look forward to my top 10 videos of 2018 coming soon. And here's to another great year in 2019. Alright guys, that's it. That wraps up 2018. Hope you guys have a great New Year's. Be safe, have fun, play with your figures, and as always, have a great day. Bye.